Hi there, my name is Maxine and I love to make videos about just the normal everyday run-of-the-mill life and what happens in it. And this weekend I am concentrating on doing a little bit more decluttering and decluttering things in the house and also in my wardrobe. And one of the things I'm decluttering today is this little ornament thing here. Now this has sat on my kitchen windowsill for in excess of over 10 years. And it doesn't really do anything, but it's one of them things that's been sat there that long that you basically don't notice it. So today this is going to get a good wash because the only thing this does is gather dust on the top. And in the bowl, I have got things in here like birthday candles, I've got some sort of random sponge, I have got some bingo dabbers. I can't remember the last time we actually went to play bingo. So I'm going to have a rummage and just make sure that there's nothing in here that I need to keep. If there is, I'm going to have to find a new home for it. Anything else will go in the bin. This is going to have a nice soapy wash. There's nothing wrong with this. It's not chipped, it's not broke. So once it's wiped and down and clean, it will be going to one side and it will be going to the charity shop with anything else that I happen to find this weekend. It's just got to the point where I am really fed up of just seeing things sat around the house that I really don't need and don't use. So it's just really time to start clearing the house and just refreshing things as and where possible. I've already got some new bedding, I've got some new cushions on the little settee in my conservatory, and it's just going to be a case of, slowly getting things done as the year unfolds. So I'll see you in a little while. So right at the bottom of this pot, I have found all these random keys. I've got no idea what they are for, so they're probably just going to end up in the bin. I've also found these two little hammers. Do you remember the trays of toffee you can get with the hammers? And I've got two of them there. Do you know, it really is good to have a good clear out. So today is Saturday the 17th of January and me and Davies decided to have a drive out today. We've been to a little market town called Newark. I personally love a day out. I love going somewhere different, and the thing is about little market towns, they tend to have, independent shops, coffee shops to the regular big towns. And Newark itself has got some fantastic old buildings. There's parts of a castle like a ruin, and it's set in some nice little garden. And some of the shops are also in really old buildings. I think there was one that was, I think it says something like 1474. Personally, that's the thing that I absolutely love. I just think about the people and the lives and all that history, what's all wrapped up in that building, and the fact that they are actually still standing now. It just totally amazes me. But we've been and we've stopped off and had a bit of a breakfast, and then we've just had a little look round. And one of the shops that is in Newark is a shop called What a Bargain, and he's got one of these shops with the really old black and white sort of like Tudor displays on the top of the shop. And he's half of the shop he sells sort of like food that's sort of like near sell by dates, and I think some of them maybe even out of date, the tin stuff. But at the back of the shop he stocks a really good selection of wool, because he started buying it and obviously he started buying it into the shop, and then customers started buying it. So I've been in and I've got myself this one, and it's a really nice brightly coloured blue. There's no actual colour on it, I don't know what colour it is, but it was £1.25, and that is an absolutely fantastic price, I think, for a ball of wool. So I've just picked up 8. I don't know what I'm going to be making. That is going to be something on the back burner for now. I'm going to have a good look on YouTube. I'm thinking, because it's now, like I say, 17th of January, the weather's going to hopefully start turning as we start getting towards spring. So I'm thinking maybe a nice jumper or a cardigan that I can wear when I ain't got to put a coat on. So I'll have a good look for that. But it's now, what time is it? It's 10 to 1. And as it's Saturday, that means it's football day. So my son will be descending with my little granddaughter. So I have got babysitting duties again this afternoon. But the last few days I have been made up with quite a nasty head cold. And it's one of them where you just want to go to sleep. So I think I'm just going to go out now. Go and chill, sorry, for the next hour before she comes and build a bit of strength up. Because she has just got so much energy. It's like watching a whirlwind. So I'll see you in the next bit of video. Bye for now. So it's Sunday morning, and normally on a Sunday morning me and David go and have a walk into town, but we've both had a bit of a cold the last few days, and David's got more of a cough, so he don't feel like going out today. And to be honest, the weather is atrocious. It's grey, it's raining, it's cold, and it's really quite foggy. So we've decided just to chill out at home today. So we've already had the settees out in the living room. We've got a 2-seater and a 3-seater. So we've had them out and we've hoovered up behind. And we've also had the little settee in the conservatory. We've had that out and we've given it a good hoover in there as well. So the job that I'm now giving myself, that I have been putting off for absolutely ages, it should have really been done last year, that I need to get the window frames in the bedroom done. Now I had shutters put on this window and I really like them, but it does make cleaning the window frames a really bit difficult, but that's why I've been putting it off, I think. But I've got my polish and I've got some cloth, so that's my job for the next, I'm hoping it's gonna, I don't know, I'm looking at my wrist, I've no watch on, but I'm thinking it's just gonna take about half an hour, hopefully. So that is them done and cleaned. That is one disgusting cloth, but I'm so glad that is out of the way. And even though it's really cold today, I've left the big windows at the bottom open. I just want to get some fresh air in, and because David's got a bad chest today, I don't want the polish to cause him any more problems. So that's another job that is ticked. Until next time, I've now got to find myself something else to do for the rest of the day. So the next little job that I'm going to give myself is I'm going to try and rearrange this. This vase used to be, I had this one on the stairs, and I've decided to rearrange one or two things. And I've bought some new flowers, but I just, at the minute, I've just plonked them in there. I mean, arranging flowers is not my thing, but I just want to try and see if I can just even them out, maybe chop a few so they're a bit lower. And because they've either made of really thick plastic or there's got some wire in them, the only thing I've got is some garden implements to try and cut them down. So that's going to be my next little job. Let's see how I get on with this one. So I'm down on the floor now. These are the newest ones that I've bought, and I got these from Primark, and the full price was £2.50, but they were selling them off at £1, and I just want to see if I can chop these down maybe a couple of inch. And on these there is actually little ridges, maybe every inch or so. So I'm just gonna try and chop maybe 2 or 3 inches off these. And the only thing I've got are these great big sheary things for the garden, so I'm hoping I can do it, but let's have a go. They're not wire cutters, they're not gonna, oh, done it, but that is now very sharp, but still, take the price off. Oh God, even that's, even that's hard to take. Oh no, damaged the flower. Oh. Hold on, I think there's a little stem. Put it back there. going to go and get the scissors. Should have done that in first place. So I've managed to get maybe 3 inch off the bottom of the yellow flowers, and I really quite like this now. Against the white wall, I just think the yellow and that orange just really stand out. And I'm not much of a flower arranger, but I don't really care. I just like the way it looks. So that's another little job that is ticked off. And my next job is going to be this plant. I've had this plant, I don't know how many years, but I don't really like it. It don't flower, and these, whatever these stems are, they're like dry flowers, and they just fall off and they end up all over the floor. And that's one of the reasons why the back of the settee was so mucky, because it just gets everywhere. So that plant is actually, it's going to have to go. So then I'm going to be on the lookout for something else to put on there. Probably going to end up with another vase. I'm also still on the lookout for some little knickknacks for this windowsill. I've been having a look around the charity shops and Primark. At the minute I haven't found anything that I like, and I still need a big nice sort of like flat plate or a big dish to replace that. It's like a wicker Christmas tree, so we can put his sunglasses in there. So there's still 1 or 2 things in here that need doing, but it's coming together, even if it's quite slow at the minute. So what I'm going to do for the next couple of hours is actually do a little crochet project. I've got a big bag of wool here, and they're just some, you know, odds and ends that I've got from previous crochet projects. But my son's girlfriend gave me quite a bit of wool, and in there is this bright orange, this sort of like lime green, and this mustard yellow. Now these are not colours that I would wear. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just crochet up a little blanket. My little granddaughter loves her dolls and she loves covering them up. So I just thought that this would make a really nice, bright, colourful little blanket for her to use with her dolls. And it's also a good way of me just using up this excess wool. Did I say wool? Wool. And I will see you in a little while. So I've got a bit carried away with myself. It's now about 10 to 4. I've sat down and I've started my crocheting, and this is how much I've got done of the little blanket that I'm doing. And I stuck a film on with taped Dial M for Murder, Alfred Hitchcock, and I love his film. So that were it. I got sat down, I got my electric blanket on, and I just sat there for several hours doing my crochet. So I've had my tea. So I'm just going to now call it a day, and stay tuned, because tomorrow I am going to be decluttering my wardrobe of sandals. I've seen this post about decluttering your shoes. I don't really need to do my shoes, but sandals, I know I've got some hiding in the back of the wardrobe. And as we're hopefully at some point soon going to be going into spring, that is something that I really need to do. So I'll see you tomorrow. Welcome back. So today is Monday morning, the last of my few days off, and I'm really sorry about the light, but this is the back of the house and it's where the light just comes through, and even though it's not a sunny day, it's still got a lot of light coming through. But this is the best place to sit. So as I've said yesterday, I'm going to declutter my sandals. So I've got them all out and they're all here at the side of my, and I've just counted them, and there is 31 pairs of sandals, which is just absolutely ridiculous, and there's just no need for 31 pairs of sandals. I've 1 pair of feet like most people, and I live in the UK where, you know, how many days does it realistically shine that you can wear that many pairs of sandals? So I'm going to declutter, because like I said, I saw a post about decluttering your shoes, but I just want to just clarify where I am with things like my sandals. So this is a pair of sandals, obviously. I bought these on holiday when I was in Malta, and my daughter and grandson at the time came with us. My grandson he was around about the age of 1 to 18 months old at the time. He is turning 21 in July this year. This is how long I have had these sandals, and it is just absolutely ridiculous. I think I've worn them once, and they're like a clog because this base is all wood, and I did really like them, and I don't know why I've kept them. I don't know whether it's a sentimental value or it reminds me of the holiday, or whether I just think, well, I bought them, I'm going to wear them, and I keep saying I'm going to take them on holiday with me and wear them just round the pool, but it never ever happens. So they are going in the charity pile, which I've got just there. So I'm just going to very quickly go through what I'm going to keep and what is going. As I say, I don't wear sandals all the time because of where I live, but the ones that I know I'm going to wear, even though it's not often, I will be keeping. So I better crack on. So I've had a quick sort out of what is what, and I have got 18 that for now I'm going to keep. 2 are going in the bin, and I've got 11 for the charity shop. And I just want to do a very quick summary of the other things that are heading towards the charity shop. So I've got the grey pillar from the conservatory. I've got this pot thing, this storage pot from the kitchen. That is also going. I've got 5 books. Now, these aren't going to the charity shop. I'm going to give these to my mum. There's me, my mum and my sister were all like reading, and we all circulate the books. So I've sorted them out, so they're going to go down to my mum's. I've got a bag. Now, at the minute, I'm trying to sort out storing my handbags because I'm finding I've got them in all different places, and I want to just consolidate them and try to keep them in one place. So I've started going through them. So that's one of them, what's going. And I've also come across this. It's like one that you put round your waist, but this little pocket thing here, it is so tiny. I mean, you'd maybe get a key and some notes in there, maybe a £10, and so it is going to have to go. I keep holding on to things just because, you know, I might use them one day, and I never do. I've also got these hair straighteners, which I have never used because I can never be bothered to straighten my hair. They're not expensive, so they're going. And that's it for now. So, is anybody else having any decluttering sprees? Have you thought about even looking at things like your sandals? It's not something I had on my radar until I spotted that little post, I think it was on Facebook, about decluttering your shoes. So I'm really glad that I've done this. I'm just trying to, like I say, get rid of, I'm just wanting to stop owning things. I want to get some space and some breathing space and whatnot in the house, and just try and make things just work a little bit better. So I'm gonna now, I think, carry on with my little blanket that I'd started for my granddaughter. I want to try and get that finished so that when she and Gingerbread is the doll, come at the weekend, Gingerbread will have a nice warm blanket to keep warm. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I do really appreciate it. And yeah, let me know, are you decluttering anything in particular, because it just might give me some ideas. Thanks for your time. Bye.